1999. This year we're celebrating 20 years of existence. I'm here to talk about the waste, and I'm going to talk about groundwork, who groundwork is, and I'll also talk about waste, the work that I do. I think it's important to mention who groundwork is because we are based here. Our head office is here in Maritzburg, so it's very important that I share with you. So we operate in the space of EJ, environmental justice. When you talk about environmental justice, it's when you're talking about making sure that sustainable development is achieved. For instance, if there is a polluting factory or industry in your area, like here in Maritzburg, say for instance, Hulamin is creating a lot of smoke or emissions, we normally get calls to say, can you assist us on this? It's our job, because your rights as a person who lives in that area is infringed, because the air that you breathe, it's not safe, it's not clean and all of that. So that is one of the aspects that we deal with. So we've got different campaigns at Groundwork. We've got air quality campaign, the example that I've just made now. We've got waste, we've got coal, we've got mining, we've got research, we've got environmental justice school. All those campaigns, we work under them at Groundwork. But for me, I work more on waste issues. So we're using the Constitution to say, Section 24 of the Constitution, to say everybody has got a right to live in a healthy environment. Our work is based on the Constitution of South Africa. And I've made an example by air quality. For instance, landfill, people who are coming from Sobantu, Scottsville, Hayfields and so on, they've been battling with the landfill site that burns now and again, and they're breathing the air that is not clean. Even the odors, even if it's not burning, the odor that comes from the landfill site, people have been complaining about that. And I heard someone saying people are stabbing each other, people are killing each other, and the trucks are running over waste pickers at the landfill and so on. So all of those negative things, we consider them as infringement against human rights. So if something it's affecting you, be it in terms of the air that you breathe, be it maybe your water is polluted that you are used to drink and all of that you consider it as an environmental injustice. We take it as an environmental injustice. So if it's an injustice, it needs to be addressed. So our work is to address such injustices. And we've worked with partners like South Devon Community Alliance, VAL Environmental Alliance, South African Waste Pickers Association. We've got different partners that we work with. So I hope those slides you can see even at the back. Here I'm going to talk about the fault solutions. You find that consultants will go to municipalities and say, we understand that your landfill site is about to be full or is about to reach its capacity. We've got a solution for you. There is something you can do about this waste. You can create energy from this waste, and you can burn this waste in an open burning. Then you'll get rid of waste. You will know, for those who grew up in rural areas like myself, we used to dig a hole and we put our waste there and we set it alight. We used to do it because we did not have enough information. You know, when you burn, for instance, this plastic, it's like you are not disposing it on the ground. Instead, you are disposing on somebody's lungs. Because when you burn this bottle, what happens to it? Yes, it vanishes and it turns into ash. And it turns into ash and it gives you smoke. Whatever chemical that was used making this bottle, when you burn it, that chemical, it changes, it becomes gas or it becomes air. Then somebody can inhale that chemical. So it's very dangerous, and it's very important that we analyze and we look at our activities, because we thought it's something that is acceptable to say you can ban waste. That's a way of dealing with it. And besides the smoke that you inhale, even the ash that remains, it's a very toxic ash, because if I burn this and I burn together with this, I am creating a lot of chemicals in terms of the smoke and in terms of the ash that will remain once I have burnt this. And you can see in these two pictures to say, when a consultant approached the municipality and say we can burn the waste and all of that, it's not a solution, it's a false solution. When I was doing my visits in the country in different landfills, auditing the landfills, you will find a number of landfills burning like this, and communities around those landfills complaining to say they are coughing, they've got asthma and all the respiratory problems, not realizing that it's caused by staying next to the landfill site. Because if you keep inhaling smoke, that will result to illnesses and so on. So here you can see burning landfill sites, and you can see burning tires. If you inhale all that, it's not good for you, and it's not good for the environment, especially the young people. When they inhale this, it's like they are smokers. You live next to a landfill that keeps burning, it's like you are smoking cigarettes, it's like you are a smoker. So burning waste is a false solution. The right way of dealing with waste is not to burn waste, but I'll share with you to say what you need to do with this bottle rather than burning it. Almost every township in this country have got problems like this. Oh, I thought I'm loud enough.
Yes.
Am I not loud enough? Okay. Oh, okay. So you can see those pictures. I'm sure most of you guys can identify with those pictures. You at the street corners of each and every township in this country, I promise you, you'll find a pile of waste at the street corner. Despite having a municipal truck that collects maybe once a week, some people will prefer to say, instead of taking my bin on the day, I'll take it to the corner, or I'll go to the nearest stream and pour it there. That is not sustainable, and that is not good. We are creating the environmental problem. We are creating an injustice. I will make an example. Say somebody at home is using some drugs. When I say drugs, I'm referring to pills, medicines, and so on. If you don't take that into your bin and put it in a municipal truck and it goes to the landfill site, and your son or your brother or whoever load it in a wheelbarrow and throw it next to the stream, and it's a pill, this pill will dissolve in water. And before it dissolves, the fish that is there, because it happened like in Sunduzi River, you can see people fishing, that means there is fish. So this pill, it will, the fish won't see something comes in, should go and eat this pill. And the fisherman will come and take this fish out and they will go and eat it at home. Remember, this pill was expired already. It was not supposed to be where it is now. And you can see the disease, how it gets transferred. Because this pill has expired, it's now poison. It's no longer a medicine. It's no longer gonna help a human body. This fish will eat this pill. This pill will be in the body of this fish. Then you take this fish, you will eat it at home. At the end of the day, you find yourself having problems. You're not knowing where it comes from. If you trace it back, it came from people failing to manage waste the way they should the way they're supposed to manage. So it's very important, even in communities where you come from, encourage people to say, take out your bin on the day of a municipal truck coming, then waiting for the municipal truck to pass, then you take it to the wheelbarrow and throw it next to your house at the corner. That is not a sustainable way of doing things. So it's not a way of dealing with waste to say, it's a solution to say, because at my house, I've got my bin now is full. you take it to the corner. That's not a solution. That's why we call it a false solution. Even computers, you can see the stockpile of computers there at the landfill site. The other false solution is something called incineration. Incineration and burning of waste is the same thing. Burning and incineration is the same thing. Incineration is just that is a scientific term. But if you burn waste, for instance, you approach the municipality again and say, let's solve this problem. I'm going to create a plant. You can see a plant next to that other one with chimneys. We'll build a plant and we'll take all the waste material to that plant. Then we'll burn all that waste material. Then you won't need a landfill site. The mayor will say, sharp, let's do it. I think that's the best way because we don't have money to buy the land, big land for the landfill, for the new landfill site. Let's take it to the incinerator.